first and foremost, one for one, for giving me this opportunity. And I would like us all to give them, the founders, a little round of applause. Nobody else doing this kind of thing right now. No offense to anybody, men. But there's one last round of applause I think is very deserved. Everybody hear me, right? Everybody in the back there?
Yeah,
okay, thank you. That is for the elders. The elders here that you see here, they are the ones who inspired this poem. Without them, none of this would have happened. And I think we all are really here for them. So, to the elders, let's give them a round of applause. Okay, well, my name is Bryan, and basically this poem is all about reality. We're out here on the streets, that's what it's about, right? Being real. That's what it is. So, whether you are homeless or not, each and every one of you have a fight in your life, right? Every one of us have a challenge. This poem is about that fight. We don't look for fights, for we are humble in our might. But you cannot put warriors in a war and expect them not to fight, right? We may not all live long, for sellouts want us dead. Dead if you have a revolution in your head. That one is kind of out there, but you'll see. It's everybody for themselves. But we could fight together if we wanted to. Don't cry when we die though, for it will happen to each and every one of you. You're probably wondering why I'm talking about death so much, but it's the streets. And this is the reality, coming to terms with death.
Yeah, man.
The man just died just now, you know, I mean that's as real as it gets. Every human will die one day, even though each and every one of you are priceless. But the warrior spirit will live on forever righteous. You're feeling that, sir? The sellouts, you must wonder why I'm talking about sellouts, but on the streets we have a lot of enemies, so to speak. When you talk to these men, you realize that there's a lot of fighting, there's a lot of enemies. I like to say that the sellouts, who are the so-called bad ones, the sellouts lie and try to sully your name. They sold out though, so your purity causes them pain. You don't have to look for a fight, sometimes it just comes straight to you, just for doing what's right. What do you do when they hate on you and try to intimidate? You just stabilize your mind, that's all you do, and you're going to meditate. Forget chasing the money and the fame. No more begging for a change. No time to be lazy. Don't just pass the blame. It's time to rise. It's time to fight. It's time to sacrifice a little bit and just do what's right. That's all that the real sacrifice is in this life. Now I love the schools, I love the churches, I love the temples, I love everybody. But you have to admit some of them people up there not really doing what's right. That's a little, I'll tell you why I say that. The schools, some churches, temples and some governments all pushing secret agendas every day, forcing you to sell out, forcing you to obey, especially the youths. Many times we see that. It's chaos, no values. I'm too confused to find my way. I'm lost, nowhere to go. Homeless. Just a throwaway. That's what they call people who get raped, by the way. That's what they call it on the net and all that. Maybe you look it up. But That's what you feel like when you get taken advantage of. You feel like a throwaway. But guess what? Some good news for you. I see you're a little bit very serious right now. There's a time to submit and a time to raise the sword. Don't listen to the false spirituals or you'll end up sad and empty and bored. If you are a saint, you must be a soldier too. Otherwise, you are not true. Time to get back to basics. Time to get back to understanding your mortality. Time to find out about your nationality. Time to go beyond the confusion and the duality. This is real revolution. That is the reality. That's the end of the poem. Before I leave, I want to just say one last thing. And you don't have to clap, that's fine. But basically, this whole poem was about getting back to reality, getting back to the basics. That is the reality when you get back to basics. Like he said, he just said that you're trying to get back to what really started everything. And that's what it's all about. Anybody here ever heard of Rashoti? Yes? Yes, all right. He went back to basics. He went out from the city life, distracted life, rich life. Where he went? Anybody know?
The basics.
To basics, that's right. Piparo in the bush. Right.
Alright, love.
That's it. No, why I tell you that is because he went there to stabilize his mind, to take control of his life. And this is the most important point I will tell you all right now. The best thing that we could give anybody out there, in my opinion, is that we could give them confidence for them to take control of their life. Giving the food and giving the money is definitely a part of it. Don't get me wrong. Nobody else doing that this way. But to give that confidence, that's the best thing in the world. And when you do that as a community, where you are the change, you are the revolution that I'm talking about. One for one is that revolution. That's why I'm telling you this, because if you look at it, and this is my last point, if you look at it close, to take control of a community, to stabilize a community, all you have to do is take control of three things: your food, your security, and your money. You know why I'm telling you that? One for one is doing that right now. That is right. One for one is doing that right now. Food for all of these people who can't afford money. One for one is self-funded, private, independent organization. Security. This might be going out there, but I swear, you all are doing more. No offense to them, more than the police and the military combined. Why? Because you're out there. You're actually in the street. They're not always there. They're not always there. That's why the crime is so bad. So you are looking out for one another. I'd like to end by saying you don't even have a gun, yet you are here sacrificing, risking your life. You know?